Hey everyone, so I thought I'd start this vlog off with a little bit of a drawing process to welcome our newest little baby series, I suppose, which is Mermay. So, as you have probably seen if you've seen other videos, I don't draw mermaids. So for my version of Mermay, I made Hippocampus, which are kind of the same. They have tail fins, live under the water. You know how it is. So these guys I actually drew last year, I painted them. I drew them and then painted. So, but I didn't put them in the store last year because I didn't make the designs like the way I wanted to, so I just didn't bother doing it, and I did all of it this year. Kind of a mistake, but you know what? It is what it is. I still got it done. Here we are. So this is just part one, which I'll explain a little bit later about why. So first off, we have my favorite one of the two that I made, which is the Sunset Hippocampus, because I got this idea to kind of do opposites of one another, and I did Sunrise and Sunset Hippocampus because I thought that it was a neat idea, and it just looked really cool. Also, I really like the way I did this in marker. Because this paper is like poster board paper. Okay, I don't like it, but I think it kind of helped with the effects a little bit, particularly on the larger hippocampus, the adult one. I think the way I did the scales and like the blending right here, I think turned out really well. I was like, okay, this actually isn't too bad. Not my favorite paper though, but I have it, so that's why I was using it. I don't really like it for what I was needing it for, so I don't know if I'll be using it again, to be honest, but I have a whole bunch of it, so we'll have to see. But yes, this is the start. See how we came together. I think it's very pretty the way they came out. These are the boys, so my boys turned out really well, but I'm also partial to darker colors, I've come to find, so that's why I like them over the girls, which the girls are lighter, which you'll see eventually. But I think they just turned out a lot better, and I just love the adult one so much. I think he turned out so nice. He's definitely my favorite. But overall, I was really happy with these and the little designs I made. They're so much fun to look at. But I hope you like the rest of the video as we start the process of getting Mermay Part 1 done. This was a 3-week process, by the way, so it took me a long time. But the end results are pretty good, and just seeing them all come together, always a good feeling and a good thing to see. But with that, I will leave you with the rest of this, so enjoy the last little bits. Well, I guess not, I still have a couple minutes, never mind. I forgot, I still have a little process. But overall though, like again, his colors turned out so nice. I will say, like, this paper was good for blending. Like, I actually didn't really need to even blend it myself. Like, just putting it down was fine, but this is the little finishing touches with adding the extra lighting and the lights and such, which just makes them pop even more and just adds a special extra little touch that got lost when I was drawing this, and I just brought it back in. So again, turned out very nicely. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for being here. And stay tuned for the rest as I start my Mermay adventure and get these little hippocampus up on the site for others to enjoy. And pick which team you're on. Are you Team Hippocampus or Team Sunrise? Or Team Hippocampus? Team Sunset or Team Sunrise? Let me know. Again, I am Team Sunset. But with that, enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, I'm happy to announce that we are going to be starting Mermay. So I'm not doing Mermay in, like, the monthly challenge. I'm not doing that. I tried doing them in the past, and I just can't keep, I'm like, I just get bored with them, I guess, and I'm like, no, I'm like, I can do other things. So what I've done is last year, which I'll show you in a second, is I made some hippocampus that I was going to put on my store last year and never ended up doing that. Because I made the designs, but I wasn't like uber happy with them. So now we're doing it this year. The problem is that I have a lot that I have to do. Because I have to do what I would normally do, plus the combination of them that I'm going to do. It's a lot. So my plan is what I'm thinking, is I'm going to break this up into 3 different parts. So I'll do 3 different videos focusing on each hippocampus and then combining them together. it's just going to be easier for me, and I just think it makes a lot more sense because I'll show you the amount of drawings that I have. Like, it's a lot. And I have to kind of figure out exactly how I want to do this. Like, I kind of know what I want to do, but it's like I still have to actually do it, and it's just a lot. So it's just going to be like a huge process. And I want to get them, like, so it's the middle of April when I'm recording this, so I think I'm wanting to get this up either the first or second week of May, because I want to get these up before May, is what my intention is, just so that way I can kind of start off with that, just so they're there. It probably would have made sense to get them up in early April, but they're going to be available year-round, so it's not like it's a huge problem, but at least I can kind of talk about them a little bit. So, yes. Also, I'm at my parents' house, so, and they have dogs, so if they start barking, that's why. One's underneath me and one's over here on the side, so I'm hoping they'll stay quiet, but you never know with these two. They're very talkative sometimes. Right now, they're being good babies, but, so. This is the painting I created last year. So I'm calling this my Sunset and my Sunrise Hippocampus is what the intention was. This was like a redraw of something I did. I do have a painting on my art channel, like the video I made painting this on my art channel, which actually shows you the original drawing I made. I gotta switch. So that's where this actually came from. It also just looks a lot different. Like, it's a lot lighter, and I almost want to say blown out than what I normally would be doing. But it's just because it's a painting and it wasn't, I don't know. It's just not what I would normally do. But it's also like the most complicated painting I've ever done. So this is like both of them together. So this will be part 3, is combining them all is what that one will be. This is the one we're going to do first. So this is a Sunset Hippocampus, is this one. Which, this one is actually my favorite one. It's just because it's like the darker color, so I just like it a lot better. Obviously, this looks better in person. Well, it's still on the screen, so obviously, like, the drawing itself is not that good, but, like, finished like this looks better in person than here. But it still turned out really well, so this one we're going to focus on first. And this is a sunrise version, which they still turned out pretty good. So these are my girls. The sunsets are my boys, is what my intention was. So they'll be the second part. But the reason why I'm also wanting to split this up is this is all the drawings I have made. So, do you see why I want to split this up now? Because this is going to be a lot. And each one of these is for a specific purpose. So, some of these, like these two, so my intention was to combine them and kind of have them touching kind of like hearts, if you will, is what I was wanting to do. That's why I'm saying I want to do a combination of both, like this. So, like this kind of stuff, but it'll be the two adults, and then like the 2 babies will be like touching heads and such. So this one I have to flip, which is fine. Or no, I don't. I'm good. I don't have to flip anything. We're here. But that'll be the bows. So I just got to focus on the individuals right now, which this will be individual here. So, and then individual, on top of the little chibis, which will be individual as well. And then anything touching like that or like secondary will be the combination of the two. So it's just going to be a lot, but we're going to focus on my sunset first. So I just know it's going to be a whole process to get them done. But it'll be fine. It's going to take me a bit. So first up, as usual, I clicked something and I did not want to, is I have to get the mock-ups done for their stuff. Because, how am I doing this? I think I'm just going to do one big grouping like normal. I think I'll just do it in sets, not individual. Because if I do an individual, that is going to be a mess. I think I'd rather just do it in the sets, pretty much. So, it'll be like the hippocampus parent with the baby. And then both of them will just include everything. I think is what I'm just going to end up doing. So that way I'm not having to split stuff up too much, because that's just like 4 different things I'd have to make, and I'm like, I don't want to do all that. So we'll just combine them into sets and just do it that way, which I think makes a lot more sense. But we are going to start off with doing the mock-ups and then get on to doing the product stuff. So This is about to be an adventure. Alright, now that the mock-ups are done, I'm kind of thinking what I'm going to end up doing. And that's kind of why I was grouping them a certain way, is I'm thinking that the stickers, both the heads and the body, I'm just going to do individuals because they're both going to be kind of... Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll have it with a set where the head and the body are together for both of them. So it's two different sets, but you get two stickers is what I'm thinking. So like the adult head will go with the adult body. The baby head will go with the baby body, like that kind of thing. The magnets, I'm going to do two different sets, like as you saw how I was splitting them up between the adult being all together and then the baby being all together. The little chibi stickers, magnets, and pins, I'm all just going to do as one grouping as well, just so I can kind of make it easier because they're just so small. I'm like, I don't want to split them up, so we'll just make them really small and just do that. So I think that's what I'm doing. I think it just kind of makes more sense. So that way you can kind of, if you don't want the adult and you just want the little baby, then you can have the baby or vice versa, whatever you want to do. But now that I have that set done, along with the print that I needed to do with like the sample cover page, and then the pattern you saw me make. So I need that pattern for a couple of items, like between the tumblers, the mouse pad, and the gift wrap. So I'm gonna put all four of those guys on it just so it's the sunsets just stay together. And I'll do the same thing for sunrise and for both of them when we get there. I just wanted to just start just doing one at a time. So for SEO, because I've already done all that, so for the sunset, for title wise, I'll have like Sunset Hippocampus, vibrant ocean fantasy art, colorful marine fantasy illustration, and fantasy ocean art. Just not in every single title, but it'll have those essential elements. So the description is, dive into a vivid underwater world where fantasy meets the ocean's glow. These Sunset Hippocampus creatures drift through a radiant reef filled with flowing corals, jellyfish, and golden light. The warmth of a setting sun filtering through the water turns from the ocean into a dreamlike landscape. The hippocampus move gracefully among vibrant marine life, blending power with elegance. I thought that was kind of nice. Obviously you won't get that in all the drawings, but at least like the illustration wise you will. I'm wondering, do I want to put this on something else? I'm wondering if I could do like a garden banner or something. I might have to play around with that and just do like a garden banner for them. And well, I can't do the long one is the problem. So it's not like I could do it for the puzzle, which will be fine. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it. Then for the phrases, I have Born in Coral, Glowing in Gold, which I thought was pretty, and then the Sea's Most Radiant Guardians. Why not? That one sounds good. So the tags will deal with a lot of hippocampus, vibrant fantasy, like marine life, that kind of thing. So when we get there, I'll start putting that in. Because I have a whole list of them all together for all three of them. So what I'll do is whatever is specifically for Sunset, I'll go ahead and just take it out just so I can put it in there. And then, because then if it's like a mixture of everyone I can put together, it'll already be in the tag, so I don't have to worry about it. It's just like the individuals is what I'm more worried about. And then I just have to go through and just do everyone. I guess there's a tote in the pillow I could also put on maybe the actual art itself too. So we'll see. Let me just put that there just in case that's what I actually end up doing. Because that would be kind of cool. So we'll see. I wonder if, like for the mouse pad, if I could do maybe like a section of the full art or something. So we'll see, but there's that. Yeah, so now that I have that out of the way, the next step is now to just start doing the products and stuff. So that's going to be a whole nother process because that's going to take me a while. Just because I'm having to do everybody. Now, what I'm thinking of, how do I want to do this? Maybe, I guess I'll just do like normal where I have obviously like the adult and the baby. You can't really tell them apart in chibi form. They look pretty much the exact same. So I guess it won't matter if I just do probably what I normally would do. I think we'll be fine. I hope. I have no idea, so we'll see, because it's going to be a little bit weird. I just remember I'm just doing one at a time before I do both. So that's where I'm like, ugh, it's just a lot, because it's like doing literally three different ones that rolled up into one, so it's going to be kind of interesting. But I know where I'm starting at, so we're just going to go with it. And I'll check back in when it is time for product situation. Alright, so we are ready to kind of keep moving on with our little hippocampus here. I'm kind of at the point now where I'm ready to do some more. So that's what we're going to do to get them finished. So obviously I've already started them, as usual. So now we're kind of just going to go through and finish them and figure out my thought process for these. Because I have a couple I'm doing with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 6 total, which is fine. It's a lot, but that's okay. We'll get through them relatively quickly. So now I need to get you set up. And then I'll have to figure out where my stuff is because I have to copy and go from there. But I just gotta figure out where my stuff's at. So give me 1 second to get you set up. Alright, hopefully this is good enough. We'll figure it out. But back here you can kind of see I have my laptop here. So, and then on the screen I have my list of ones I still need to do. So we're just gonna go through and do those together. So the first one, so I actually have 3 like crew necks and shirts I'm doing. So we're gonna do one of them. Let's see. Oh, please don't do this to me. It was like causing me so many issues last time and I don't know why. Because it's just like stuff would not work and then when stuff did come through, it just was a no. like that because it's got the missing, which isn't good. So now I'm gonna have to go hope one of these shirts I have because I don't want to. I'll have to just go find another crew neck, unfortunately. Ugh. It's so annoying. I need this. Please stop. Alright, this is about to be really annoying if it's gonna keep doing this. Because, like, I can do something with it, but it's just that no mock-ups are available, and I need the mock-ups. Okay. So, those two can stay. That can stay. This needs to go. Because now we're doing whatever the sayings are. Oh, I did change the saying for the little baby, so I changed it to, I don't remember what it was before, but I changed it to dark depths, brighter shine. I thought that kind of made more sense, especially with the way that he looks. I thought it was just better, so that's what we went with. And I'm kind of have this like dark purple coloring, which is fine. So I have these most. So now I was putting those together. So I do this, and I need to correct it a little bit. Maybe? No? Oh, okay, there we go. That's a little better. I think I can bring that down some. Oh, I don't need that on there twice. I don't know what that says, but that's not what I want it to say. Okay, that's better. A little bit smaller. Okay, and I can bring him up some. There. Okay. And kind of the same for the little baby down here. Dark depths. Okay. And this will be easier too whenever I go and do the Sunrise Hippocampus, because I can just copy and change stuff or just change the wording and stuff. So it'll be a lot better whenever I get there. That's why it's nice to just kind of copy and paste some of this stuff, because it's like you get most of the work done on the first one, and then after that it's just copy paste and just changed very minor things. So it's super nice. Okay, I need to go look at this because I feel like some stuff is not. Oh, did I get it? Okay. Let me bring this up some, because that means I can actually make the hippocampus bigger. So I can bring this down some. Okay, I'm gonna assume the same is probably right for the baby as well. Yes. Okay. Word size is fine because I can't really get it to be any more than that, or else it's just not gonna fit. Because of the wraparound sides. Because when it wraps around the side, like the stuff disappears. So I'm just trying to make sure that when it's full and it's wrapped, the wording still just appears on the front. I don't want it going off to the side. So, okay, let's go check that out. Is that better? Yes, but he needs to get scooched some. Okay, I think him. I want to say from here to here is even. It's just, it's funny. Same thing with this. I think it's fine. Let's see. Okay, that can go down even more. Not you. Okay. Yeah, same thing with the bag. I'm like, it's just when it's puffed out and it's full, I just don't want it disappearing. But I think that's fine, so we'll save that. Alright, I gotta go figure out this crew neck situation. We'll fix all that later. It's just so I can see it. So when I'm looking for stuff. Okay. Alright, let me go find a different crew neck and see if that helps. Okay. Okay, that fixed the problem. Alright, okay, so we have a team crew neck. So let me change this really quick. Ooh, am I just doing... I don't think I did the mint. Blue jean. Did I do blue jean? I want to say no. I think that's all I did for those. Okay. So we can get rid of this. So then we're doing the team one. So I'm gonna need this. I'm just trying to easily get what thing I used. The text type or whatever it is. Is it text face? I don't know. I need team. Because I wanted to do teams for these as well while I was doing this. I thought it kind of made sense. Because I'm doing, you know, one of each. I need to make this bigger so I can actually see what I'm doing. So if someone's got a preference, and they can pick their preference. Like for me, I prefer the sunset. I think they... But I'm also, like, I think I said this before, but I'm attracted to, like, the darker colors. Overall is what I prefer. So, is that in the middle? Yes, it is. Okay. So here's the tricky part, is this. Because for the back, I was doing this. But I gotta crop it. That's not what I wanted. Is that what I was doing? I don't remember what I did. Oh no. I might... Let me save this. I have to go look at the picture. I don't remember what I did exactly. I need to go look at the original one I did. Let me just save it for right now, and then I'll come back here in a second. Because I want the black boxes gone. Obviously, it would look okay on the black. There would still be a difference, but I don't want it there. I just need to look at this. Because this is what we're going for. So, okay, I think I did fill the whole thing, and I just cropped off the sides. Okay, so that's what I did. All right. Because I'm just trying to take off... I mean, obviously I'm going to get rid of some of the drawing, but that's okay. Or did I do full coverage? I also feel like I did full coverage. Okay, what is this doing? I hear a little dog barking, so I don't know what's going on. Do I want that? Because I think I actually made it smaller. I think I covered the entire thing, but I just made it small. Because obviously it's not like the cutout like how you would see with like the Guy Harvey shirts or whatever. Yeah, that works. Okay. Because I could do a similar thing for Sun's Rise when I get there. Now, I am debating on how I'm going to be doing the painting. I don't know if I'm actually even going to, which is possible I won't be. Okay, so those are now done. So now we got to do the tumbler. Now I have to go find one. I'm not going to use one of theirs because it's not. I have to go find a random one. Because for whatever reason, it does not want to work. And then I have to go find the mug. Because I've already done one, so I gotta do the other one. Because I don't remember which one I did. Like which version, so I got two of them. Okay, picture is there, which is good. Oh, crap. What did I do? Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm doing the pattern. Never mind. Okay, we're good. Never mind. I forgot. I'm thinking of the wrong one. Okay. I need this pattern. I think I'm going to make them a little smaller. So let's see. This, I like to do the brick horizontal so that way it offsets them. Why do I feel like we are not picking? Okay. I'm gonna do this. Okay. But I think I may make them. Okay, I think that's better. So let's look. Yeah, so there they are. So now we just got a nice little easy pattern. So this was like the easiest one. Yeah, so it's just them repeated. I wasn't planning on this as the problem, but that's just what I came up with, so not much I can do about that. It's just because there's 4 of them. If there were 3, it'd be different, but since it's the 4, they're going to stack. Alright, so... Now, is it 2 in the morning right now? Yes. Am I almost done with the Sunset Hippocampus? Yes. So, I'm at the point now where we're ready to finish up the Shopify stuff, because I still have a few things I need to do with you. I've done most of what I need to. And I've already started working on Etsy. So I started that process. I'm almost done. I'm like halfway done on there, and then I still have to do Pinterest, but I discovered a feature. I'm probably kind of dumb, but I discovered where if you make a pin and it's just like a draft, you can copy it. And I'm like, oh, that saves me a lot of time, especially if there's like certain things like my stickers. I can literally just make one post, just copy it and change the picture, and that's all I have to do. Or like change the title a little bit. That's all I gotta do. And I'm like, oh, this is so much quicker, especially because like you gotta find like the different boards to attach it to. And I'm like, oh, this is so helpful. I'm also struggling on how I want to do the listings for this. So I'm thinking on Etsy. Because obviously the whole point with Etsy is to get as few listings on there as possible, right? To make it as cheap as possible. So what I'm thinking of doing is for like stickers specifically, because I'm going to have, 9? No. Oh, I'm going to have more than that actually. I can have up to 20 pictures, I know that. Because I can have the adult sunrise, a baby sunrise, the minis. But I got head and body for both. So that's 5, 10. Is that 13? It might be like 13. I think it's 13 of them. So, okay, so I'm okay on that one. So I figured I would just do, just list them all together. And then, because you can put the picture on there and I can have them, like, the variations of what you want to do. That's probably what I end up doing. I think it'll be easier and I can just keep them all together. Same with the magnets and stuff. And probably the charms and the pins, I'm thinking of doing that as well. There's still 2 separate listings, but like all the charms will be like all 3 versions. Pins will be all 3 versions. I wish I could do that for the prints because I do the downloadable prints, but you can't, and that sucks. Because I kind of wish that you could have multiple versions for like one download, like how normal, but you can't. It's annoying, so I kind of wish that was fixed, but nothing I can do about that. So that's kind of where I'm at, though. That's what my thought process is. I should probably try and do the same on Shopify at some point. But I've like tried to look at the different variations that you can do, and I'm kind of confused by it, so I'll have to like relook at it and see, because it would help me like to get rid of a lot of listings on here. If I could figure out how to put them into one, it would help. So I gotta figure that part out, but that'll be at some point later on. That's not now. I have so many other things I have to do. But we're gonna move on now and start getting this Shopify done, so that way I can go and finish up Etsy, and then we'll come back up and do the last like 2 things for Etsy, and then Pinterest, and then we'll call Sunset done and start on Sunrise. I'm actually kind of excited to start on Sunrise, partly just because it's a different character, but 2, it means I'm like halfway done, or like just about halfway done. It'll be like 33%. Well, when I get done with the Sunset, and then we'll go up to like 66 and then 99. Oh, I'm so excited. Because the 1% will be the banner, getting the banner done. But for now, we will continue on with this. So let me get you set up so we can start working on them, I suppose. They're boys. But just start working on them so we can start knocking stuff off. Because my goal is to have these done by next week. That's what I'm hoping for. But the problem is that when I do this, it takes me several days to do still. Even if I'm doing them like all day. It just, surprisingly, it takes a while. It's kind of crazy, but it does. But let me stop procrastinating and try to do something. Okay, hopefully this works. You can kind of see the picture, because then I have the tags over here and stuff, so yeah. Okay, I can still reach the keyboard, so that's good. I have another keyboard, like, behind this monitor, but that's kind of what I use, so it's on the desk, because my laptop is now elevated, so, which is actually a lot nicer. I do like that it's elevated, but we're starting off with the tote bag that we did earlier, so... Oh no. I'm like, do I know what the control button is? Probably not. Oh, yes. Okay, but what is... I need... home. Sunset, what is this? Oh, okay, so we have the chibi. I'm hoping this kind of works. I'll just leave it at that is fine. Now I need the end button. It's so nice having the home and the end button, so I don't have to, like, use the little arrow keys to go back and forth. It's super nice. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna, give me a second, I'm gonna actually like, switch your angle, because this is gonna be very annoying. Okay, there. It was just annoying because I'm like too far from the keyboard. I'm gonna keep hitting the phone, so you can at least still see everything of what I'm talking about, which is a little bit more important. But there's that, and then we have, I can spell double-sided. Okay. Back that up. Now I need this. I'm also excited to get done with this, so I can start knocking some of this stuff off, like picture-wise and word-wise, just because there's so much on here. Ugh. I just like, it's like a list, like just crossing things off a list. That's what I want to do. But I have to wait until I can get done with this. You know, it's just that feeling, because sometimes I'll get rid of stuff too early, and then I realize, I'm like, oh, I needed that. Then I have to, like, figure out what we're doing. Okay, rest of that's fine. Okay, here's the not so fun part. So I have to sit here now and mess with all of this. So because there's a black, which it's probably gonna be hard to tell because even I have hard times. There's black, navy, white, red, and cream. So the white and the cream are very similar, and the black and the navy are very similar. So I'm like, ugh. So I kind of have to do my best. So I know that there's like 2 of each of these right here that I can get rid of. And I just have to move them around. It's just kind of annoying. Okay, so I know that that's black there. Oh no. Okay, I know I need this. And this. So that. I want to say the rest of this can go. I'm just trying to help myself with the navy, because sometimes I can tell, but here I really can't. Like, they're so similar right here, it's just difficult. So I'm kind of having to guess the best I can. So I have that. I need this and this. And now we're going to do this stupid thing. Well, I don't know why it does that, but it's like the picture just goes, like the box to get rid of the photo goes away, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know what I click or if it's just the thing on its own, but it's annoying. Like, I don't know why it does. It just did it again. Why are we causing problems? I need you to work with me. It's because I know I actually want to do things, and I actually have the time now and the ability to. And it says, no, we're not doing that. I need, what is that? Okay, this is white, so this needs to go before there, here, here. So luckily the cream and the white are separated by the red, which makes it easier. Okay. Now the rest of this should be easy, because luckily it's just cream and the red now, which does make it easier. I should not be misclicking because it might trigger it to not want to let me delete things. Okay. Alright, now that that struggle is done, so I need tote. There. Okay, so this is going to go into the fantasy collection, which I have my unicorn and my nightmare there already that I did last year. So I will be doing something again with them this year as well. But we'll be doing like a combination. That's why like these guys I'm doing do all three versions, is because I didn't do it last year. So now we gotta do it this year. So it's just gonna be an event, but it's okay. It was gonna happen at some point, and I would like to try and do something maybe with them next year if I get an idea to. So we'll have to see. I don't know for sure, but it was an idea I had. But I don't know. We'll see. If I don't, I don't. But at least I have them up there year round for whenever people search for that stuff. So we'll see. But I just have a lot of tags. A lot of it's dealing with like fantasy stuff or the hippocampus or whatever, or even the product itself. So that's what a lot of this is. And I gotta do it for each one. So much fun. That's why it's easier when it's something that I'm actually doing myself, because I can just copy, like duplicate the thing, and then just change what I need to, and it makes it so much easier than this. But oh well. I need this two-tone because it is technically two-toned, and then I need that. Anything down here? I don't know what color animal is. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I don't get that. There's not a dual. Okay. So that one's now done. So let me come up here so I can mark it. I can make that red now. Okay, so going down, we have the crew neck. So I need that. Is this the team one? Yes, yes it is. Okay. I'm gonna keep that there because I'm gonna need that. team. And okay, that can stay there. So now I need this form description add-on. This will actually kind of make more sense for being on the back than what I had before with the others, but it's just easier to kind of keep it all together. I don't want like a whole lot of wording either. I just want something basic. So now going here. Oh, that's the front. I was like, what is this? It's the front. Because I got rid of all the, well, no, I didn't. I didn't get rid of any of the backs. There's actually something on the back this time. I just like trying to put all the shirts together so they make sense with one another. There. Oh, fantasy again. I don't want to put summer in there. That doesn't make sense. Or holidays. I will. I don't personally wear long sleeve in the summer. It's too hot for that. I'm like, I'm not that crazy. You know what? I can put art on here because that's what it is on the back. Let's see. I'm not going to do any of the chibi stuff because I don't need to for this since it's nothing chibi on here. Let's see. I might do home and living for these. Just I think it kind of makes a little bit of sense because you're at home sometimes with it, just wearing it, lounging around. But I don't know. I live down south. It's hot. Like we're finally starting to get like 80 degrees now, and it's so nice. And it's like complete sun. Like there's no clouds or anything. It's so lovely. There's still like somewhat of a breeze, but it's like some mornings it's still cold, and I'm like, why? So I don't quite understand like why it's cold, but it's just weird. So I just don't think it should be that way, but it is. It's like 60 degrees and stuff, and we're like, what is this? I don't know about all that, but there. Okay, so that one's now done. I don't know what's next. One of them is, oh, that can be red. I'm color coding my list so I know exactly where I'm at. Because each, oh, why am I doing that? Each color means something different, so I can start marking stuff off as I need to. What is this? Pattern. Okay, so I need home. Chibi. I'm going to take this off so I can put pattern on there. I need glass tumbler 16 ounce. Okay, that is not the right kind of looking ounce. There it is. Description. Okay. I want to take this off and that. Okay. Pictures are fine just so it kind of like looks around the glass and stuff. Actually, I can get rid of this and this because they look pretty much the same. Should be tumbler. Okay. I mean, it calls it a sipper glass. I call it a glass tumbler. Like it's a tumbler. I don't know. At least that's what I think it is anyway. I have to get rid of every single one of these because I don't need 15 of these. I mean, I do, but not these specifically because they're not really what I want. Okay, so now we got chibi and pattern to add. I need 16 ounce all over. And this. Oh, no, that. This. It took me a second because I was like, festive. I'm like, do I need festive? No, I do not. I don't need festive for this. Do want pattern though, because it is a pattern. Now, should be almost done. It's also why it's nice for some of this is you just, oh my gosh, I just pushed the wrong button. Oh no. Damn. I'm gonna do this all over again. Why? Anyway, what I was gonna say was that it's nice when, especially like doing this stuff, like whenever I'm like uploading the things that I would actually like do myself. When you do the tags once, it's nice that they get saved on here. It's just a matter of having to go through and like find the ones that you need. So now I'm kind of wondering if I can delete these somehow, like the ones I just don't need. I'm kind of tempted to, but I feel like if I do that, they'll just get brought back on anyway. So I'm not sure, but it might help clean it up a little bit at least, because I feel like some of this could get cleaned up, so I don't know. It was just an idea I had. Okay, we're gonna push save this time. I have no idea what color animal is. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense for it to be animal. Sure, okay. I'm gonna duplicate this. This is that. I need 4-pack. Okay. That can stay. Sizes. Estimated. Okay. The rest of that should be fine. So now let's go do this. I am gonna do something with these because these are annoying me. I'm just trying to find the time when. I was gonna try and do it this week, so we'll see. At least to start it. You'll see what I mean whenever I actually get there, but I gotta change some things. At least for now until I take like actual pictures of stuff, so we'll see, but for now this is what we have. Okay, but these can, oh my gosh. I don't know why it wants to do this. I really don't. Oh. Okay. I need to add chibi on here, and then everything else should be fine. I just gotta add the chibi part. Okay, that is now done. Alright, so now we just gotta do the print. And then we're finished. So let me go find a print that I can duplicate. Which will be the earth one, because that's one I just recently did. I just have to find it. There he is. Sunset. Okay. There. I'll just go find the thing I made. Down here somewhere. There it is. You can be removed. There's them. That. Okay, dinosaur, stego, prehistoric. That can go. Dinosaur, dino. Oh, that can go. Alright, so now we can go back and do the hippocampus. Okay. No. Let's see. We have purple, red, and gold. Those are the main colors, pretty much. So, okay. This part's done. So now I'm gonna go finish up my Etsy portion, and then we'll come back to finish up Etsy. And probably Pinterest as well, because those will take me just like a minute. And then, yes, go from there. Alright, we're back and ready to get the rest of this done. So I've done pretty much everything else. It's just a couple things we have left. And then I will end it there. But first, let's go through this. So, what do I do? Oh, teams. Okay, that's right. I need Team Sunset. Team Sunset. So this one is the, whatchamacallit, the third crew neck. It's the Sunset, the Team Sunset. So we can kind of keep them distinct just so people can kind of pick their favorite if they want it. Okay, so that is good. Since I copied and pasted that from like the first one I did, it just makes it easier. It's just this is the problem because I'm gonna come up with all these tags again. Ugh. All right, let's see. So I need clothes, fashion. I don't know what people look up on here. Crew neck. Sweatshirt, hippocampus, fantasy, sure, new, fantasy, we'll do, hand drawn, new, let's see. I think that's pretty much it for that. And just come on down here. I need the fantasy. We'll do the ads and the manual. All right, that is good. Okay, so one more on here, which is the print again. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it from a different one. It's just easier. Since everything else I need is pretty much filled out, it's just adding in the picture that I need. Wherever it is, I've skipped it. Apparently I was going too fast, apparently. Okay, that's on there like I need it to be. Like, I just want to make sure I'm not doing the wrong thing. Like, spelling it wrong, because I sometimes have a problem with that. Alright, so I'll just keep it that way, it's fine. I wish you would allow me to do okay, so I need methyl. Oh. I don't want that. Yeah. Oh, where do you have it on there? My bad. Okay, that is good for that. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, fantasies. Apparently somebody's off to go back and fix the automatic on here. Because apparently I didn't do that before, so that's kind of my bad. I mean, it's 20 cents. Like, it's not a huge deal, but just for the future, in case, like, stuff starts picking up. And eventually when I get there, I could take stuff off that's just not selling, so that way I know. And it just doesn't republish on its own. So I gotta make sure I can complete that. So now, I think that we have 2 things on here. So I need to do the last sticker. So let me duplicate this. Where did it go? There. So I need to change this. This is what I mean. Like, this is so easy just to sit here and just change this. But I need these guys. I need Chibi. Take that off. That's all fine. Chibi. There. Okay, that is fine there. And then one more to change this, because we gotta do the drawing on here just so I can mark that off. I just like to there's a big vehicle out there or something. Sometimes there's a fire truck and ambulance in here. Like, I think there was one here earlier. Both of them were here earlier today, and I'm like, OMG. I hope the person's okay, but that's crazy. There, so that can come off. I'll take that off. That. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yay! So with that is our last one. Yes. So Sunset's done. But what I'm gonna do, because normally I would kind of do the banner and then show you everything I did, I'm gonna wait until at the very end when I get everybody done, and we'll do one full recap, because it's gonna be a lot. So I'd rather just wait and just do it all at once, because it's gonna be over a period of a couple weeks I post this for you guys. There'll be one right after the other, but it's gonna be 3 vlogs. So I'd rather just kind of wait and just do it all at once, because they're all technically together. Again, when I first said this, I was going to split it up because it was easier for me, and it just kind of made more sense to just break it up into smaller bits to kind of just focus on one set at a time. So I'm going to keep doing that. But, so that'll be it for this one, is just the basic of just getting the sunset done, which the sunset is my favorite of the 2 I made. Sunset is my favorite. But now, so that's kind of why I did him first, but, so now we'll move on to doing Sunrise. So she'll be up next. And then we'll go from there. I'm hoping that she'll be relatively simple, because I have all of this stuff done. I literally just have to change the description, the title, and then the picture. So I'm hoping that this will be really, really quick for me to do, which I think it will be. It probably won't take me, because that's the nice thing about doing it like copy and pasting and duplicating, is you do the bulk of the work on the first one. After that, it's just simple to just replace the very necessary, like, tiny little bits. So that's what we're going to end up doing. So I'm very excited. So stay tuned for part 2, which will be coming out with the Sunrise Hippocampus. I almost forgot what I was doing. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the part 2. Bye!